Hi everybody, it's me Monica and welcome to another speed build. So today we're going to be doing a Fairyland in Henford-on-Bagley. As you can see, I already started in here, but don't you worry, I actually changed a lot on 64 by 64, yes, the biggest lot in Henford-on-Bagley, because I kind of started with one house and then I can't, I couldn't see it. I just wanted the whole village full of little houses that are coming up from these stamps. So I'm really hoping that you're going to like the idea. I had a vision of a small hidden garden somewhere in the actual garden, if you know what I mean. I really wanted to create like a fairyland that it looks like it's almost a part of a real human garden. So that was basically my idea, and I'm really hoping that you're going to like it, because since the day we've got the cottage living, I really wanted to do something like that with the stems that we've got with that pack. And this was just the perfect opportunity, because not so long time ago I heard some simmers talking about the possibility that we could get fairies very soon in The Sims 4. I don't know, quite honest, I was really hoping for fairies for some time now and they never get out, so I'm not going to put my hopes up this time, but I can dream because I'm a very big fantasy lover. I like everything. So I wanted to create this village that kind of remind me of my own childhood, when I was watching Smurfs and things like that. So I've gotten quite nostalgic about it, and to be quite honest, I wish I had even more time, even though I spent the whole week building this. I really would love more time for this build, because I would go into every single detail with the tool mod, but unfortunately I would never finish probably because at one point I would just got tired of it and just quit, because this is such a big build and I needed to do a lot of landscaping, you guys, and I think that you can see it. I added like small stamp in here, I mean small stamp, a lot of small stamps, but small stream with some waterfalls. I almost wanted it to look that this part of a human garden, I mean sim garden, is very kind of ruined and they never finished decorating it. So little fairies kind of took over these stamps and just kind of created their own unique homes in here. By the way, I built three homes in total, and also I added like a small bar and basically one part or one small house, or I don't know how to say it, where you can find like flower arranging table and also a toilet. So we have two houses for 3 Sims, if I'm not mistaken, like 2 Sims and 1 child. And we also have one little house that is for like the dark kind of fairy, and she's a loner, she lives here alone. So that was basically my idea. Probably if I would have more time I would do more little houses like this, but trust me you guys, with the new Sims pack, I just want to build horses. I'm not going to lie to you. And by the way, before I really finished this build. I wanted to say a house, but this is definitely not a house. Before I finished this build, I've got the early access for the horse ranch, so I used those items for the last house that I built in here. You are going to see that everything a little bit later on. It's not a little bit later on, it's like 20 minutes later on, but you know, who cares? That's just time. And I think this build is very enjoyable, and if you have time, definitely watch it all together. But if you don't, you know, you can skip some parts and just watch what you like. But generally, I needed to cut out a lot of footage in here. I'm not going to lie to you, it was really hectic, and I really didn't know what exactly should I clean up, you know, because I thought that every single thing in here is quite important, even though I could make something even more detailed. This is quite a detailed build, you guys, so don't you worry, it definitely looks finished, at least I'm hoping so. But I had so much fun with it. I want The Sims 4 fairies for such a long time. Definitely tell me if you are with me or not. But everything fantasy, everything occult in Sims sounds amazing to me, fairies as well. And also, I played older Sims games where I had fairies, so, you know, I miss them very, very much. I probably would be happier with the situation if I wouldn't play with them before, but I did, so that's a little bit unlucky. But yeah. Anyways, you can see that I created everything using the tool mod. Really, it wasn't possible to do it any other way. So basically, how to make this stamps actually work. Everything is functional, by the way, you guys, so you don't have to worry. You can move in here and everything will be perfectly functional. But basically what I did is build like 1 floor or 2 floors. It depends on which house I was working on. And then I would put these stamps onto the roof, like on the 3rd floor. And I would just put them down with the tool from the 3rd floor. And it's very interesting because you can see them right now, but they don't actually exist. They're not, you know, part of the house. It just looks like it and it works. Yeah, I started by using custom content with this one, and honestly, after some time, I just decided to stop. Because, you know, there were too much options. And too many like modern options. I didn't necessarily think that I need custom content for this one. I thought the custom content is going to make this task even harder for me because I'm going to have, you know, many more options. So I decided to build this CC free. So I'm really hoping that you like that. If you don't, I'm so sorry. Maybe next time, but this time I really decided to make this without CC because I frankly didn't feel that I needed 100%, you know, so I decided to go for it. And also you're going to see later on that I created bathrooms throughout these houses. And just so you know, I changed them. I basically took items from the new pack because it looks so much more profound and so much nicer, like the wooden tub and things like that. So I changed that. You're going to see that at the end of this video. So I'm really hoping that's not a problem for you. Also, if you don't have a new Sims pack, you can always change the bathrooms the way they looked before. So it's not such a big deal. So you guys, I don't really know what to tell you anymore. I mean, I have like 20 more minutes of this voiceover and I just really don't know, because you can see that basically most of this video is going to be landscaping, and I don't have so much to say about it. Everything that you can see in here is just my imagination, and I really like that I used some debug items like this cats in here. I think they're part of the base game actually, and also you can see that I use this like floating lights from Realm of Magic, and that was just the reason because they looked like little fairies that are shining and flying around this little houses over here. So I really like that little detail. Also, you notice that I made this roofs look very overgrown, and I really like that they look 3D. I didn't want to just color them up into green color and pretend, you know, that's grass, because that didn't work. I really wanted to hide mostly everything on the roofs. Maybe not some particular parts, but mostly everything. And I don't know, I really liked it. I really tried to think outside the box and do something different. And definitely tell me in the comments, did you like this house or not? I know that you're all watching horses and everything about horses, but I really wanted to share this build with you. It's very special to me, and every single build that I'm making, like fairy builds or any type of fantasy build, is my favorite. Because I know that I'm always saying that when I'm doing fantasy builds, but it just, they're special and I really like them, and I feel as a child every time I'm building something like that. And actually I think that's a good thing, you know, to be a child sometimes. So definitely also tell me, did you enjoy the interior? Because I'm not going to stay for so long. Actually, I need to go right now. I'm talking too much. So you guys, I'm sending you a lot of kisses, and I just cannot wait to see you again very, very soon. Bye bye, you guys.